Hey, what's up guys? This is Ricky D, and in today's video, I'm going to answer a question that keeps coming up over and over again in the vintage muscle community. And this question is, I just finished my post-cycle therapy with the muscle support stack. How long should I wait until I start the next cycle? There's a real interesting sort of layered answer to this question. I'm going to get into it right now. Look guys, the way I've described it before is pretty simple. If you want to be real cautious, if you want to take plenty of time off, make sure to take 2 days for every day that you were on cycle. So if you were on cycle for 4 weeks or 8 weeks, just take that time off. I'm not counting post-cycle therapy on this, guys. So if you did an 8-week cycle of the ProHormones and then ran post-cycle therapy, only the 8 weeks count. If you're okay with being less cautious, then just take 1 day off for every day that you were on. So if you were on for the 8 weeks, then you take 8 weeks off. If you're not worried about being cautious, you can take half a day off for every day that you were on. So if you were on for 8 weeks plus your 4 weeks of PCT, then you want to take 4 weeks off. Now, this is all time after your PCT. Please do not count the PCT as time off. That's your recovery phase. And also, don't count the PCT towards your weeks on. So the weeks that you are on the anabolic, androgenic, exogenous hormones, those weeks are the ones that count. For the purposes of my theory, and this is my own theory, guys, 2 days off per 1 day on to be super cautious, 1 day off for every day on to be in the middle range, half a day off for every day that you were on. That's the not so conservative. And like I said, post-cycle therapy does not count towards your time on, and it also does not count towards the time that you were resting. And that's just my opinion. That is the way that I would do it. As a matter of fact, is the way that I've been doing it since my early 20s. I make sure to take plenty of time off in between cycles. And I personally feel it is one of the main reasons I've stayed healthy, even though I've been using anabolic steroids on and off for some 20 years. Because I use small amounts and I take plenty of time off. Now for the second part of this answer, why do you need to take time off? Why should you? If you feel so good on cycle and you're making gains, why should you have to take time off? Look guys, as a company, Vintage Muscle recommends that you only use their anabolic exogenous hormones for about 8 weeks and then go right into post-cycle therapy. This is just a good, common sense cycle protocol that's been working for many bodybuilders for decades. Yes, this kind of cycle protocol is mainly used by guys injecting the black market stuff. But even you, taking the ProHormones, you still want to give your body a break. You want to get off of the anabolic agents and let your body's own natural chemistry take over and recover. That's the ideal way to do it. And yes, I know there are plenty of bros out there that are being prescribed testosterone replacement therapy by their doctor. And those guys are injecting testosterone year-round for years and years and years on end. They don't stop. But see, that's a bit different because these guys are getting constant blood work and monitoring it with their doctor. So if some problems do arise from the use of exogenous hormones, then the doctor can tweak the dose or add other medications to do away with the side effects. Testosterone replacement therapy patients are only on year-round because they're being monitored by a doctor. And yes, guys, there are professional bodybuilders out there that stay on steroids year-round, many of them for decades, many of them without a proper doctor's supervision. Now, I know that many of these competitors use coaches and trainers that are savvy in steroid use to monitor their blood work and make sure that they're not hurting themselves. It's still irresponsible use, in my opinion, to be on year-round, especially taking a bunch of different things. But the majority of these guys are getting some kind of help, and they're doing it for a goal. It's part of their life goal, to become champions, to become winners at the sport. And they're willing to risk it. They're willing to risk their health in order to achieve their goals of winning at bodybuilding. And although I personally would never do something like that, I can understand how some guys would. Just like there are many men out there who risk their lives at their job every day, whether it be law enforcement, military, or some types of really dangerous construction jobs. I can see how a bodybuilder could put it all on the line. Does that mean that I agree that you should be doing it when you're just a regular dude trying to look good with your shirt off? Should you really be using these kind of hormones year-round? Probably not. I really like the idea of you using these exogenous hormones during a short period of time to help you fast forward progress and to help you really solidify those lifestyle habits that are going to make this a long-term change for you, that are really going to keep you on the road and not falling off. It makes no sense to run a cycle or two, then stop training for a couple of years, only to come back and have to abuse the sauce over and over again. All right, guys, and just as I remind you in all of our videos, make sure to visit the Vintage Muscle community. Come on in, post about your cycle, post about your results, post your blood work. Let us see what's going on. There are plenty of other bros there that are on the same journey you are. I'll be there too. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.